have a microwave in an Italian family. I'm sure the food is all fresh from the market. It's great eating.
It's good.
Can we take the show to Lisbon? The Bill Russo show?
Oh,
We could take the Bill. Yeah, we could take the Bill Russo show.
Can you see those shows?
Yes, we have to take Anthony.
Anthony. Yeah,
Anthony,
we'll
you have
take
to
him.
come to Portugal as well.
Why not?
Why not?
Well,
Maybe
we could go to Italy, or we can go to that other country called Sicily.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. But you better speak to me first.
Come on, Anthony. Come on over. Come on over.
We let you in.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
I'm going to be Italian by the end of the show.
You're
Yeah.
an honorary Italian. You're an honorary Italian.
Italian, got it.
Yes.
Where is your town located?
The
Not
town
Waterbury, the one in Italy.
Molise, which is a small region in the southeastern portion. It goes more towards Adriatic. So I would say it's an hour and a half from Naples and 3 hours from Rome going east.
Let's go.
And it's right below Abruzzo. It's further north than Calabria,
Yes.
than Puglia. It's further north, but it's considered southern Italy. It's really pretty.
And when you were born here,
I was born in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Okay.
Born and raised.
and how many brothers and sisters did you have?
I have one sister, and that's it. I know it's kind of small.
Okay.
Just
and you
two.
lost. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Just
as
the
far
one.
as
Yeah.
when you started the writing and everything, did you have much resistance from your family? Just because I know my family, they want me to find things on my own. Like they're happy for me, but they don't push too much because they just want me to not have false encouragement. Or so as far as through your whole journey, as far as I'm sure they were supportive, but did you have like aunts, uncles, or I mean, everyone has people that say you can't do it, or like your struggles through it, or did you ever want to give up, or I'm sure you had ups and downs.
There were moments I wanted to give up. It is hard, but I am an artist, and this is who I am. It's not a hobby. It's not something that I want to do. It's something I need to do.
Right.
It's a difference between wanting to do something because it's fun and needing to do it because you can't live without it. And
Did your
that's
parents
what it
think
is for
that
me.
you maybe, speaking of lost your way in
Yeah.
taking on a profession, so to speak, as acting? Like, I recall a solo play that I saw, and I want to give a shout out to Antoinette LaVecchia, a good friend, who had a solo
Yes.
play called Growing Up as an Italian-American Daughter. I believe that was the title. And in it, there's one scene in which her mother calls her on the telephone, and she mimics her mother's voice. And the mother says, Antoinette, but what do you do? What do you do? What kind of a job is this, actor? What kind of a job is this? It's a no job. Get a real job. Did you ever get that, is it,
Right.
like,
That's
why
it.
are you doing something that, like that? Was that an issue?
You need to make real money,
Well,
But you have a job in the fashion industry.
I do. I work
Which
in
is-
luxury fashion and human resources. I work on Fifth Avenue. I'm surrounded like beauty everywhere,
That's my major, human resources.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're living a far more exciting life than me. Traveling the globe.
Anybody looking for a job?
Anybody
Yeah,
looking
right?
for a job? No, my parents never discouraged me, but my father, never did. He's like, if this is what you want to do, do it, but just know you have to pay your own bills. I'm not going to pay them for you.
That's very first generation.
Yeah. So he's like, we'll be there to support you. They were always there at my door with bags of groceries, 20 containers of sauce to put in the freezer, 6 months supply of toilet paper. But when it came down to it, he's like, if you want to pursue this career, know it's going to be hard. And if you want to do it, we'll be here to support you emotionally, to come see your shows, to provide you that emotional support, but you do have to find a way to pay your bills.
It's a funny story. When I was in Italy a couple of years ago, I got up early and I like to walk through the town, and I saw like a tour bus, and there were a lot of teenagers, and they were just assembling. And I went into the store, I came back out, and there must have been like an equal number of Italian women mainly.
What part of Italy?
This is in Montoro Superiore. It's a town in the province of Avellino, where my
Avellino,
mother's from,
yeah.
in the region of Campania. and all of the women had paper bags with like sandwiches, vegetables, drinks, and these teenagers were going out, and it wasn't that they were embarrassed. They were taking the mother had all the, but they were like, you know, 14, 15. In America, you wouldn't see that. They would all be embarrassed. Over there, it was like, you know, and I was like, wow, they must have had a good meal going, you know, you know.
For real. It's like, Mom.
Does anyone know what Ridura is? Ridura?
Ridura?
Yeah, anybody know what it is? I mean, I know what it is. Does anyone know?
Verdura?
Ridura. Anyway, it's a Sicilian one. I don't expect you to understand it. But we used to bring them to the Yankee game. We used to bring Ridura sandwiches to the Yankee game. It's a vegetable. It's a green vegetable. It looks like asparagus, but it isn't.
No, I'm
And it's
hungry.
breaded and made with sauce in Sicily. And
Maybe
we used
it's
to put it on
carduna.
Italian bread because it was
Carduna.
very,
It's
very
the stalk
cheap.
of the artichoke.
It was all that we could. No, it wasn't the
No?
artichoke.
It's
That's-
wild asparagus.
Yeah, no, it's not like that either. It's a different, distinct
Squash.
vegetable. Anyway, we used to bring them to the Yankee game because my mother used to do all that. And you know that your parents love you because while the sauce is wonderful, the toilet paper is critical.
The toilet
Yeah, absolutely,
paper is
because without
very
that, where would we
critical,
be?
'cause God forbid you run out of toilet paper.
6 months worth. I mean, they know you love you.
My parents are
I'm
right
not
there.
Italian.
You got to pay your own rent, but we'll be there with the TP and the sauce. So
That's
they were
good,
always
they don't
on.
enable you. That's good, you know.
Yeah.
That could be a title of the next play: TT and sauce.
TP and sauce. My life story.
No enablement.
No enablements.
My American struggle.
My American
Now, you're planning to stage this production again.
Yes.
Vignettes of an Italian-American girl.
Correct.
Where do you go from there? What are your career ambitions in terms of acting and producing and writing? Do you want to
Go to
continue
Germany,
to write?
or
I
UK?
would, you're getting me really excited now, Amy. I would love to perform the show in Europe. Ideally, right now, my immediate goal is to stage an off-Broadway production. Ideally,
Okay.
I would love it. And then to tour the show in the United States and Canada. I would love to go to Europe.
I'd love to see you there.
Right now, thank you.
Well, maybe we can
Yeah.
help you with that. All my listeners in the various cities of the United States and Italian American communities and other communities. I find that whether it's a play having to do a solo play with a man, a woman, straight, gay, or otherwise, who grows up in a family, whether it's in West Virginia or in Maine or in Florida, whatever, these productions have universal themes, and anyone, it appealed to anyone, these universal themes. And this play, Vignettes of an Italian-American Girl, has threads of similarity to any family.
Sure,
And
absolutely.
in the case of your play, there is certainly humor in it. There is the conflict between old values and new values,
Mm-hmm.
old ways of behaving, new ways of behaving, and there's a mix of tragic circumstances and how a family has to come together
Mm-hmm.
and move on. And you personally, which is a great story that happens in every family in America one time or another. No family is either fault-free or, unfortunately, tragedy-free.
And I think that the fact that you use humor, these days people deal with humor more often as a therapy kind of thing, and people don't want to go see serious movies anymore. So the fact that you can bring a piece of humor and make them realize that they're not a horrible person, or they can bring something out of it to make it positive, their own self, that's really good.
Well, thank you, ladies, again,
Thank
Maria
you.
Baratta and Aimee
you.
Duggar, for
Thank you.
being on the Bill Russo Show. I want to thank
absolute
my
pleasure.
producer,
Yes, thank
Anthony
you.
Thank you,
LaFaso,
Anthony.
our engineer, RJ, for another
RJ.
wonderful
Rock on,
show,
RJ.
a wonderful
It was
program,
awesome.
RJ. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to give special thanks to John Anello for bringing City World Radio to the place that it is now, and it is growing. We are on TuneIn on your cell phone, on the internet, tunein.com. We are listened to all over the world, and I want to say so long to all my listeners in in the Antarctica, in Canada, in Australia, all over, in Italy, all over the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you.